The Dodge Charger Scat Pack for 2027 is the most powerful Scat Pack the company has ever built, and it did it by killing the V8. In its place sits a twin-turbo straight six making 550 horsepower, and a single dare. Call this two-door six-cylinder muscle car a fake. The faithful swore it could never be one. The number says otherwise. So who is right, and what did all that power quietly cost the car everywhere a number can't reach? Start with the engine, because that is the whole argument. The last Scat Pack ran a 6.4-liter V8 and made 485 horsepower. This new turbocharged 6 makes 550, with 531 pound-feet of torque, so it beats the 8-cylinder car it replaced by 65 horsepower. Power hits the road through standard all-wheel drive, with a rear drive mode for when you want the tail loose. Launch control and a line lock for burnouts are fitted from the factory. 0 to 60 arrives in 3.9 seconds, and it runs on to 177 miles per hour. On paper, the fight is already over. But a muscle car was never only about the number, and this is where the Charger has to prove it still belongs. The shape is pure 1960s Charger reimagined, a long nose, a fastback roofline, and a full-width light bar that signs its name in the dark. The grille sits low and hungry, the wheels fill the arches, and a slash of stripe runs down the side toward the tail. In the metal, it has real presence, the kind that makes strangers look twice at a set of lights. This is the Halo two-door, the one Dodge built to change the subject after its electric Charger split the faithful down the middle. And here's where it turns personal. At $54,995, almost nothing else, new hands you 550 horsepower for the money. Give this channel a subscribe, because the best part and the one real catch are both still coming. Slide inside and the mood changes completely. This car wears deep red leather with suede back sport seats, a color that turns an angry street machine into something that feels genuinely special. Ahead of the driver sits a large touchscreen running Dodge's newest software, flanked by real switches for the things you actually grab while moving. It is snug, low, and focused, built around the person holding the wheel more than the seats behind them. For something this loud on the outside, the cabin is a surprisingly grown-up place to spend an hour. But that headline number hides what the scales know. This Charger weighs around 4,800 pounds, roughly 800 more than the lighter Mustang it outpowers. You feel every one of those pounds when the road tightens. The nose washes wide, where a lighter car would simply bite. And despite the horsepower gap, that featherweight Mustang is actually quicker through a measured quarter mile. All-wheel drive lets it launch harder than almost anything at the price, but this is a heavyweight that can sprint, not a scalpel that can dance. And for the diehards, no turbo will ever sing quite like the V8 it buried. So, is it a real muscle car? By the only test that ever counted, it makes more power than the V8 legend it replaced. It costs less than the icons it outguns, and it still stops a street cold. What it is not is a precision tool. And the people who wanted the old thunder will never fully forgive the silence where that V8 used to be. But muscle was always attitude backed by outrageous power. And on that score, this six-cylinder Charger earns the badge on its nose. The engine changed. The point did not. If you want the other side of this fight, the four-door Charger and the Mustang Dark Horse are the next two we pull apart.